Alright, so for those of you who are wondering what has happened to the carrot or what the progress is, I'm going to give you guys an update. I haven't had much time to work on it, but I've had a few days off lately, so I've managed to get a few things done. So without further ado, I will show you what's done and how I've done it, etc. And I'll just tell you this, we're getting close. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the year. I'll probably eat my own words, but let's see how it goes. So firstly, you can probably see that the motor is back in. So you probably saw that in the last video. Motor's in, starting to mock things up now. So I'll show you the main thing that I've just finished today is the manifold. So I haven't got the turbo on, I'll chuck that on in a sec and give you a look how it sits. But basically while it's off, I may as well show you guys, obviously all custom up pipe, rotated setup. I've used the factory turbo brace and kind of welded it across to here. I'll put some photos on the screen with it off the car so you can see it better, and on the mock-up motor as well, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'll take it all off and put it on the mock-up motor and give it a proper run through, but that's basically how it's looking. External gate there, 40mm tile. You can see under the car here, it's a fair work of art. It's all Dunsky. So I've got the V-band there, which goes to my custom up pipe. Alright, so back to the top, I've just whacked the turbo on. You can see how that's kind of sitting. I'll use these bits of alley that I've been mocking up a dump with just to demonstrate how it's going to run. So it'll be V-band out, straight in there, and then that will actually, you probably can't see it, but it basically clears the top of the gate, as you can see. So the gate's nice and stealthily tucked under the dump pipe, which is nice. And yes, there will be a screamer, definitely a screamer. Yeah, I guess what else have I been doing? Get rid of this. So I've pretty much mocked up my new rad fans. These are the same ones that I run on my ute, the Deshele 13-inch high output, I think 2000 CFM each. These fans are beasts. I've just got to do some brackets to mount the shroud to the top of the rad. I've already done the bottom. The next thing I want to try to do today is mock up the surge tank. So that is an Aeroflow engine bay surge tank basically. I was hoping to kind of put it down here, tucked down next to the starter, but it just looks like it's not going to fit. I could go to a lot of trouble and move this aircon stuff, but I don't think I can be bothered because I went to the effort of keeping the pump off the motor when I pulled it out, so I didn't have to regas it and fuck around. So I'm probably going to end up mounting it against the firewall somewhere here. At least it's nice and close then to the fuel rails, and then I'll probably end up moving my catch cans down into here, which if you remember were mounted up the back there, which I'll put a photo on if you haven't seen. I've also got some radium fuel rails to go on. They're a simple bolt on. This manifold is just in there loosely right now. Just mocking up for clearances and everything for the turbo. I've still got I'm going to probably get it sandblasted. I've got to weld a little adapter to put the map, an IoT sensor from ECU Labs on. And yeah, everything's starting to happen. So I've got LS2 coils to wire up as well. My ECU Labs ECU, which is ready, I'll just plug that back in. But that's not till later on. Alright, so here's a better shot of the manifold on the mock-up motor. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, eh? So yeah, basic rundown, it is all 40 NB, schedule 40 steam pipe as the primaries, merges into 50 NB through here to a V-band. So if I start making these, I'm going to actually make them to suit the stock up pipe location. So just to make it easy, you can basically buy any aftermarket up pipe. Because making this up pipe, I've spent a lot of time getting it right for my liking. So So I can obviously custom make one, but it's a lot of work. So it's easier if I can just adapt it, and you can use an aftermarket up pipe. And yeah, you can see here the tile 40mm gate. That will obviously dump down here under the dump somewhere. So dump pipe's going to exit the turbo, something like that. So yeah, we've got plenty of room there, and you can kind of see that little extra brace I added on there, which kind of ensures that nothing moves and sags when it's cooking at 1000 degrees Celsius. So you can see here, access to everything's pretty good. You can get to I think it's 5 out of the 6 bolts with a socket. There's only one, I think, on the other side that you need to get a spanner in, which is pretty good. Obviously you need the EJ25 sump with the cutout in it to run this equal length manifold. On my other motor I don't actually run that factory oil cooler thing, so my filter's way down there, but you can still get to that alright. And I forgot to mention, when it was on the car, I've just got to basically cut this section of the turbo off and just weld a cast alloy 90-degree elbow on it, so it'll come in and just miss the well, I guess the arch of the engine bay, wheel arch. And an added bonus, this is just turned up from Japan. This is a STI, I think it's off a GDB. I think it's 2.2 to full lock ratio. Spec C rack. Brett has one of these in his Forester. His is the 01 GT, so this one fits straight into his. We're not sure if it'll fit into mine, but I'm gonna basically do everything I can to make it fit. It looks like it will fit. I don't know if anyone's actually done this before, so stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a video on how to get that all working, but that'll be nice because I think the factory rack is like three turns to full lock, whereas this is 2.2 or 2.5, I can't remember. So yeah, and look at the quality. Also massive shout out to Jesse Streeter. He imported this for me from Japan. Total legend to deal with, so on you, Jesse. So yeah, that manifold is getting picked up tomorrow by the courier. It's going to Comp Coatings in Granville to be coated, satin black. So I should have that back in a week or so. Hopefully get the surge tank all set up, get some progress done in the engine bay, and then I'll take the car down to the workshop, chuck it up on the hoist, and do the whole drivetrain, which I may as well do a video on. I've already done one in the past when we did Brett's Forester, but we'll do it again. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, guys, because hopefully this thing will be firing up in the not too distant future.